Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm the Collector, and today is part 3 out of 4 of the Death Star review, where we are going to be reviewing the middle of the Death Star. That means the jail cell where Leia's held, Super Laser, TIE Fighter, Emperor's Throne Room. Last episode will be this top part, but that is for a later date. Before I get started, if you guys like this video, be sure to comment down below and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alright, so starting with the first room most people want to see is probably the Super Laser. Now, the Super Laser has two main functions. The first one is moving this, where I'll show you if you twist it, it either moves it up or down. And then the next one is if you rotate this. So to move up and down, you rotate this gray and red part, but to move it side to side, you just grab like the outside of it, and then that twists it very easily. You can see the mechanism in the. So the mechanism for the Death Star is basically just an axle that runs through this little turning piece all the way up through the command center, and in return that spins the gear which rotates this midsection up and down, which in the end ends up rotating the laser. You get a couple of these little laser beams that build up and have this I guess the main part of the laser running through, and then we have this little command center up here, and then a ladder that runs down there, and just some pipes running around, some barrels, and then over leading into the TIE Fighter room, we get this little door which is moved by that piece right there, and then that just opens it up like so. If you just move it, it will open up. It is a little stubborn at first, but you just got to give it a little bit of a push, and then there it is. Pretty nice sized doorway. It looks really nice. Probably one of my favorite features in the Death Star just because how it looks. And then moving into the TIE Fighter room, we have Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Now, this room has the elevator entrance, has 3 barrels, these tiles, I think they're stickers, the arrows that show, I don't know what they're for, just, landing. You have this hole in the ground that lets the elevator run up into it. The elevator sits on this really big axle that runs all the way up top, and starts from down here. I think we went over that in the last part where we reviewed the first layer, but that runs up through there, and then this mechanism is what powers the elevator. So if we grab that, we can move it up and down, and you can see the elevator comes down, and it basically just goes all the way down to here, and then you can move all the way up, and you see the bumper right there. The gray and black piece is what stops it, and then you can put figures on there so they can get off and stuff like that. Now you may be wondering why the heck there's not a bottom wing. I lost it, so I gotta figure that out or just find parts for it, but it looks just the same as that piece over there. So not a big deal right now. It's not on my top priority list right now, but I will get to it one day. And then you can see Darth Vader is sitting in there. Or actually, you can't, but that's Darth Vader's cockpit. It is a nice little ship. It has that rotating axle up there, not axle, but just Technic pieces that you can move the ship around, and it just, you can move it anywhere you want. And then we do have these panels right here with the lights that run all the way down into there, and then you can see the start of the throne room, and that is pretty much it for this level. You move it down to here. Oh, also the play feature. I'm pretty sure there's a mechanism. Oh yes, if you move this table up, you can see the little what is it? Little gear that you move to adjust this little bar that holds the ship. But I'm pretty sure that's very self-explanatory. We move into the throne room, probably one of my favorite rooms in the set. We have a lot of play features in here. For one, the main figures I have in here are the 2 royal guards, Palpatine and Luke and Darth Vader. So pretty basic figures, or a basic inclusion of figures. We have these 2 bars that run across the side of the build, just giving it a little more like of a concealed look. The little platform, the famous scene where Darth Vader pulls the platform down. If you just push it out, you can see it falls, and there it is. And if you have Luke sitting on there or something, he will just fall down, and ideally into there, and then if you go down, he'll fall out of this room. But that's for, I don't know, I'm sure you get what I mean. And then move over here, we have the elevator opening, and we have these 2 stickered panels with all the lights that we looked at just before this over here. But you have the elevator room. Not all the rooms have the elevator opening. I think only two of them on this level. This one and the TIE Fighter room had the elevator opening, so only a couple rooms. We have this other opening in here. It has a bar sitting on it. Just falls down. They both fall down. Both openings fall down to the same room. You can look up there. You can see them, I'm sure. And we have this two staircases that lead up to Palpatine's throne. You get those two electricity things or just lights. I've never been sure what those are in Lego or Star Wars. I don't know. I think just for decoration, honestly, but they could have something to do with like his force power or something. Then we have Emperor's chair, which is a very nice build. And then we have this big like molded light piece that is printed. Then you have this black arch that goes around it to make it look darker, like his throne room, to get rid of the gray around the window. So it does a nice job at concealing it, but there is still some gray that is visible, but it's still a good job. And then he has this platform here that just holds everything, nothing too special. You have these pillars that hold up the platform, so pretty self-explanatory there. And then you have these two green barrels, again, I guess you could call them just barrels. They're actually droid bodies, but it is a nice color. It's like an olive green, so that's nice. And that is the throne room. Up here, you do get this little mechanism that does move the two Death Star lasers, but that is, I think, for next episode, because it doesn't really affect this room at all. Nothing of that mechanism does anything in this room. This room has no play features, or sorry, Technic mechanisms. It does have this little falling platform play feature, but that is not Technic. So we'll save this for next episode, because that does have everything to do with these two. But basically that just turns it, just rotates the two cannons, nothing special. And move over to the last room of the day. One of the coolest rooms, I think. This is the prison scene with Han and Luke and Leia. Leia is not in the prison cell, just an FYI. But starting on this side, the right side, first we have this little prison gate where you can open it up if you just pull on these tabs. This opens, or takes off the door or the gate, and then that's where Leia would be sitting, and then you have that red button to open the door. And then this play feature right here, you just press down on it and it opens the door. You can also use this little gear to open the door as well. Here we have the interrogation droid that I think they inject like a truth serum into whoever they're interrogating. We have this little panel over here. I'm sure it's just a bunch of buttons in the prison room, just for detail. The next play feature, and the last one in the episode for today, is this another gear, just like over here, that opens the trash compactor door, and you can see if you open that, it will lead right down to here. You can even see the opening up there, where they would fall into, and they fall right perfectly into the trash compactor. And then just in front of that, we have the little command center where they infiltrate the room and take out all the guards. You have this little light thing up here. It does not stand very well at all. I'm actually going to leave that there. I'm not going to touch it because it is very heavy on that side, and it's just connected by one of those rotating 2x2s. So it is very unstable, and it is very annoying to get back on. So I'm going to leave that there for now, but it's just a little light for detail. And then we have this opening that opens up into the Death Star laser room. And then I just have a Stormtrooper sitting there just for decoration. And then that is the prison room. But that is the video for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below. Give you a little overview of the Death Star. Really nice build. A lot of cool parts. But yes, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.